Hello family, how are you guys doing? And if you are just chilling across and feeling the 30 Sundays gift that you have got from our Prime Minister, say thanks to him. And some people who are just thinking, what is this shit happening? Let me tell you, there are certain things that you might not know. For example, if you are right now watching this and if you're in a kind of a group, there might be remote stuff happening. There are many such kind of questions can happen which there is no Wikipedia or YouTube or Google that can solve these problems. One such problem is with me. How do you scratch your back when you are into a corporate meeting? I have no idea. I have no idea, trust me. And now for such kind of crazy answers, this is not something that you can easily find. For that, we have definitely to understand that you have a purpose and you have to think on purpose. And that is what all I'm going to talk about, because that's the name of an amazing company, which is actually helping you to answer some of the craziest questions which probably your mom, dad, or probably your teachers wouldn't have given you the solutions for that time. Correct? Now, just before I introduce to our guest of honor, Neha, welcome to the show.
Thank you so
Neha Barhotra from, I don't know if I pronounced right.
It's Neha Biotra.
Neha Biotra from Mumbai. I can just tell her about only one thing. Is the only one thing that is coming in my mind after I have got her introduction is she is the Wikipedia of action. If you do not know where to start and where to stop and how to speed up or where to probably take diversions of your questions, of the craziest questions, let me tell you, this number is going to blow your mind. 49,990 hours non-stop helping people. I took my calculator. I just had to type in all these numbers and I found out it is almost 5 years and 70 hours non-stop help from last 12 years. I'm so privileged, Neha, that I'm glad that I was able to interview you, a personality like this, who would be basically in the Guinness Book of World Records rather than on this Transparent Talks with Amit. I'm so happy. So Neha, thank you so much for being here. And trust me, if you have not told me, I would have not known that you have spent such a huge amount of time. This is, I think, the Eve power talking right now. So over to you, Neha. Just wanted to know about, you started when? When did you start all these things? Helping people and finding out that the crazy answers. Let me start with your kids' time. Your mom and dad might be like, scratching out their head and you'd be like pulling the hairs out. The kind of questions that you would be asking, I can really understand. Over to you. How was your upbringing? How was your school life? And how was your the crazy time when you were asking questions with the teachers? I'm sure they'll have some fun element of it. Let's start with that.
Okay, so unlike what I look like right now, my schooling and during my childhood, I was an extremely underconfident girl. I had major self-worth issues. I was always constantly looking for attention from the opposite gender. I was that one girl who would do anything to get a boy to look at me because I was not and I was my entire childhood, I will say adolescence rather, and up from there came went into that. When I did not get attention from anybody, so I said, "Chalo, abhi padhai mein dhyan lagate hain." I hope Hindi and English is good, or is this
absolutely fine? Go ahead. Yeah.
So abhi padhai mein dhyan lagate hain. So yes, I was very good at my studies, but as years passed by, when I was 19, I was diagnosed with an incurable disease, which kind of left my body into a very bad shape. So jisko pehle confidence issues hote, I got into deeper shit of thinking that, oh God, it happens to me always, kyun mere saath aisa hota hai, and all that crap. So then what did I do? I seeked a lot of attention. I wanted somebody to just look at me and admire me. So I forced a guy to fall in love with me. I used that.
Oh my God. Okay, so guys, this is the Transparent Candid Talk with Neha Biotra. And if you guys are at home and trying to figure out how can you force someone to fall in love with you, here is the person. The link would be somewhere down. Please call her. There is no crash course. She has already been crashing people. 49,990 hours of making people doing forceful, actionable things. Over to you.
So yes, it started from that perspective. So see, when your mind is so clouded and muddled with everything is about me, then you have to take all the wrong choices in your life, and that's the way it has been for me. So from the year 19, when I was diagnosed with that problem and I was bedridden for quite a while, to then taking a decision of forcing a guy to just love me and then ensure that I use him as a trophy in front of everybody to say, see, I got a guy with me. So, again, such relationships do not turn out to be well. So, that's what the destiny was for that relationship as well. But the beauty of this entire thing is that I was so adamant and I was so non-ready to budge from in my life that I used to bear everything that used to come to me, and I was living in self-victim mode for at least first 30 years. एंड मेरे साथ ही ऐसा क्यों होता है, मेरी लाइफ में खुशी क्यों नहीं है, दूसरे क्यों इतनी खुश रहते हैं. So this happened throughout all the facets. My health was shit, my relationship was very bad, and in my work life I had zero confidence to step up to people and ask for my basic rights, like basic things. You tell me to do a lot of work, I will say yes, I will do a lot of work, because I did not have the ability to say no. Now, up until when I reached 30, I don't know what eureka moment struck me. I realized that this is not the life that I think I have signed up for, and I have more than this what I can contribute to myself and to the people around. So next 5 years, I worked extensively on myself. I worked with the best of coaches and mentors across the world, and kind of try and figured out that in my journey of progression, मैं कैसे as a person बदल रही हूँ.
Right.
उस जर्नी को मैंने डॉक्यूमेंट किया, एंड उस जर्नी को जब मैंने डॉक्यूमेंट किया तो मैंने बहुत सारी चीज़ें रियलाइज़ की. नंबर वन, कि पूरे टाइम जो मैं सेल्फ विक्टिम मोड में घूम रही थी, मुझे कभी किसी ने सजेस्ट नहीं किया कि इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कैसे करते हैं. बहुत छोटे छोटे इश्यूज लाइफ में हमारे हर रोज़ आते हैं जो हमें ग्रो करने से रोकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मेरे बॉस ने मुझे आके ये बोल दिया कि कल तुमको 16 घंटे काम करना पड़ेगा बिकॉज परसों एक प्रोजेक्ट है. मैं चुपचाप से हाँ बोल दूंगी, ना मैं उससे क्वेश्चंस पूछूंगी, ना मैं डिलीवरेबल की एक्सपेक्टेशन समझूंगी, ना मैं ना बोलूंगी. राइट? The power to say no is the biggest power that you can give to anybody. 70% of the problem of that person's life is sorted, but that nobody taught me how to get that. So eventually when I was working on myself, I realized that shit, there were so many questions that I was living with, but nobody helped me sort that out. So yeah, then when I worked on myself, I documented the journey, and then I started giving my journey to people in the form of a process. Because there's one thing that I realized, that is, my growth is not in my thinking, it's only in my actions. And for first 30 years, I was only thinking, एक दिन आएगा जब सब ठीक हो जाएगा, but जब तक मैं उसके ऊपर, when I'll not move my ass, I will not get anything in life. And I don't talk about transformation because transformation I don't believe in, and I don't believe in motivation as well. What I believe is in small little actions every single day that closes the gap between the person you are right now and the person that you want to be.
Right. So when people are, in this entire world are trying to get a grade B to grade A, and you have actually upgraded yourself to C to E, that means coaching to an entrepreneurship, and now we're getting into the excellence of it. And the next level is only F, which is going to be the fantastic future of yours. So I would like to know on that front, that how is this journey of asking questions became an enterprise one day?
So it started with coaching journey. As I started as a coach. I started helping people overcome their self-doubts, take a lot of action in life, because at the end of the day, I believe that everything that's stopping you from growing is not a solution that you're looking for. It's a matter of changing your perception of looking at the problem itself. Every problem is an answer or a solution its own self. You just need to shift to start looking a 6 into a 9, and you'll have the answer itself. So it started from that journey where I started giving out my system. People came back to me and stating that this is working wonders for them. So that's when I realized that the struggle of making people understand that I have something to contribute has been enormous for me. Because there are two things in coaching industry that I feel people genuinely are lacking at this point in time. Number one is that I believe every person who calls them as a coach has a great intent to help people and want to contribute through their learnings. But the second aspect of converting this into a business is not taught to them. When I struggled through this, I realized the pain the other coaches must be going through. Third important thing is, which is what people's mentality or people's perception of coaching industry. They expect coaching to be charity. if you're expecting people to help them through a solution, they expect that solution to be free of cost, which I eagerly speak out to a lot of coaches who are doing it right now. Come here, I will give you free solutions. You know, you're damaging yourself, you're damaging the entire industry as well. So I am someone who does not believe in that. No, nothing comes for free. I will take as low as 49 rupees from you for a webinar, but that's not for my commitment, that's for your commitment to come over to it. So when I churned this out, I realized that there are a lot many people who have the intent to answer, but they are struggling with the logistics, the operations part of it, and which is where I realized that let's give people answers to these small questions, and get more people onto the platform, and let's collaborate and create a community to grow together.
Very nice, very nice.
Happened for me.
Right. So Neha, you nicely put into all these things, because this is one thing that I was talking to, a very, very, power core team that I have. And I was talking to them, and I'm just disclosing it over this online media. It's something called as the hidden pain. So just I'll give you 30 seconds probably to you as well, because you are participating right now. Every pain in this world, anything, my pen is not working, I have a shoe which is like torn off, maybe the power is not there. Every pain, any pain has a hidden pain. And I learned it after probably, I think, 20 years. Accidentally, that too. So do you know what is this hidden pain? I'm asking you, Neha.
My hidden pain?
Anyone? No, it is not yours. Any instance, anything. Might be right now, the internet might not work. Might be the computer is not working. These are all pain. These are all problems. And I understood that there is always a side pain, or you can say the hidden pain, the main pain behind this pain. Mm-hmm. It took 20 years to learn. So since you have taken efforts to come and talk to this entire family, which I call them as the unlinked family, mm-hmm. Even though they are linked, but they are still unlinked.
True.
And there is another family called as the fake book family. If you are watching that also.
Okay. No, I am not. I would like to see what that is all about.
Yeah. So there is something called as the hidden pain. So hidden pain is all about that whatever is the pain or the problem right now you have, it is a result of an existing pain, existing source, which is stable, which is happy, which is the so-called, the standardized or marginalized solutions. The pen is not working, but one time the pen was working. So that means I have a gadget which can do the purpose of writing, but right now it is not working. Mm-hmm. So the problem is not that the pen is not working right now. The problem is the existing solution is not able to perform efficiently after this point.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anywhere, I'm feeling hungry. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. What does it mean? The existing food that I had didn't last that long. Mm-hmm. That. Okay. So this is an interesting part. I'm just sharing my part of it. Maybe you can just rehearse into your place. And I'm just giving you all the biggest value that I have got in my life. Absolutely free. You can see the Three Idiots thing. Right? So if you are into business, the problem right now is, what Neha just touched one point and she had not gone deeper is everyone, when you are kids, and when you get this essay or you have to write something about your life, your future, your dream goal, you write, I'm going to be a doctor, engineer, some government jobs, this, that, pilot, and some shipping thing, right? But unfortunately, no one writes about, I want to become a sales guy. No one talks about that.
Yes.
But all the dreams and ambition of your parents, your friends, is that you get up and be a VP and CEO and CXO and all the fancy designations of a company and do what? Do what? Charity? Man, for charity, you need to make money. And how do you make money? Then the same question, how do you want to make money? And now what she mentioned was the charity of coaching. People think coaching is a charity. Yes, but that also needs a commitment. Yes, the people have to survive as well. The industry is suffering right now, majorly, because I've seen people selling stuff, which is a 1-year course, selling at 2,997 rupees, right? Every weekend, I'll have an internal circle and internal meet, and I'll talk for 4 hours, 5 hours, and give you some shit.
Yep.
And it will transform.
Yeah.
It's happening. But understand one thing is, there is something called as, have you seen this movie, Sarkar?
Of course I have.
नजदीकी फायदा देखने से पहले दूर का नुकसान देख लेना चाहिए.
Yeah.
So 1 year, if you're giving your stuff, if it is not the money right now, but you're following somebody 1 year, what's going to happen? And then the easy question is, I can show you how to do the push-up, but you have to do the push-up by your own self.
Simple.
Okay. So it's another way. This is the way I think the industry is talking right now. So the imbibing, the internalization, I think we need more of people like Neha who can ask some of the toughest questions where there is no exact answers. If I am stuck here, what do I do now, right now? And I have got 49 rupees with me. What do I do with this? Can you have a solution? I think that is more practical, more actionable. And because as rightly she says, it's like we have to move your body, you have to move your thought process, and you have to touch that. So if you're watching this, I want to probably ask you the same thing. If you have liked it so much, because you are still here, means you are liking it. I know that. I know the psychology. So the only action that I can ask you is either save it or share it. I'm not asking you to like it. I know you have liked it. If you shared it, that means what? You have done an action by which this information is reaching to millions of people who understand coaching is no longer a charity, boss. It's a luxury. It's a celebrated thing. People are coming here making lakhs of money. But there is an outcome as well. The outcome is the commitment. The commitment needs money, because only one thing that can hold you probably with this is, I think, some sort of belongingness that you have. Gone are those days when people are going to cut off their thumbs to say, Guruji, this is a gift for you.
No way.
See? No. She's a Guruji. I never say myself as a coach, but I am always a businessman. So I have been interviewing all the fantastic coaches here. And Neha, trust me, this is something what you are doing is, you are asking some of the toughest questions. Many coaches, they are very fantastic in their way of articulation, their talent, their all these experiences. I call it as the respect principles. They have some results, they have some experiences, they have some skills, and they're willing to give out everything, but they do not know how to ask. They don't know how to ask for commitment. They don't know how to ask for the actual fees.
True.
Okay, there is a way to ask. I'm not talking because I've been trained into closing from some of the world's renowned people. I have no problem to tell you that I've been trained by the most expensive sales closing person on this planet, who charges $10,000 or $15,000 an hour. An hour. I've been trained by him. Mm-hmm. So I know how to ask questions. But what you need to understand is, if you are watching this video, and if you're watching from Neha had been asking some of the questions from she had questions before, from her birth, in fact. And now she has got the courage, and she has moved from the coaching to the enterprise sections, where she has been answering all these things from her company called as, just help me out with the company's name, Think on Purpose.
Yes.
So I see, it is not, see, transformation people will talk about all big vision and mission, but she has put one word called as purpose. Purpose is a hidden agenda. It's an intention. It is bigger, better, faster, efficient, profound, transparent than the mission and vision.
True.
And even transformations. So right now, if you're watching this, your intention, I know. Your intention, your purpose was to kill the time. Watching something good, see what is happening. Am I right or am I right? I know. You were browsing all these things and you found a beautiful lady, you stopped it. I know. I've been doing advertising and merchandising for probably 20 years now. You are not because of me. You are because of the people who give the right information. It's a myth. You just stopped because you found a new face, not mine. You see that? Why do you think? I'm the pro marketer here. I know that. So the first part of the marketer is to stop people to browse. And we have stopped it. It's not because of Neha, it's not because of me, but because of the thumbnail that has been designed, which has some of the psychological colors that has been designed by one of my teammates. Yeah. So number two, if you don't know how to stop people, if you don't know how to get comfortable, if you don't know how to get into the next level, these are the questions I think Neha has already told right now. But the toughest question is asking the money. How do I ask the money? What is the value for me? So I think, Neha, this industry needs a kind of a little bit of a discipline. We should have an auditor for this. We should have someone to say, the evaluator, okay, you are 15 years into coaching, great. So you should charge 15 lakh rupees. Something. We need someone to value that. And that is something which is going to be coming very shortly. Mm-hmm. Very, very shortly. Mm-hmm. If no one does it, I'll do it.
Awesome.
Now I understood the business now. So
Awesome.
Neha, I have got one question before this discussion gets much more intense. I want it to be intense.
Okay.
How the hell do you charge money?
So how? By simply asking them.
Well, now you have got competitions, logics, fears, factors. Lot of free junkies are there. Short-term burgers are there, and some people who can give 99 rupees whole year course.
Uh-huh.
I'm not telling that they are not doing it, but what is happening is people try to lower their price. People see the quantity, and there are very few people. There is no body which says this is a quality.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever there is a body, the body comes with certificate, and certificate is again a price. Yep. Unfortunately, that can be purchased.
Absolutely.
So it's the mayhem loop. It keeps on rotating.
It is. It is. Amit, I
Now,
believe in this that अगर आप कल को ना एक सुई खोलने की फैक्ट्री डालोगे या बोइंग प्लेन बनाने की फैक्ट्री डालोगे, the moment you get into any kind of business, you'll start finding competition. So it's not just about coaching industry. And the second thing is, I don't care about if someone's selling a course for 9 rupees or a 99 rupees. I know what my target segment is, and I'm very happy. You know what? More than being happy about when people sign up with me, I am more happy when people choose to walk away.
right. So this is a very nice thing. I'm just reading out from one of my books. I write down all these things. Okay. This was given by Jim Collins. I don't know much about him. This is one of his articles.
Yep.
So I usually write who has written this. He says, there is a book which is a 10,000 pages book, and there is a short version of it. It's called The Lessons of History. If you can just go back and find the book, please read that book. Okay. It says competition is the first biological lessons of the life.
Yep.
Right. And I just made that statement somewhere. I just saw that and I'm just talking to you.
Sure.
And if it is the first biological thing, you are competing, every cell of your life. You have been competing from day one when you are just one cell.
Absolutely. When you were a sperm, I would say that.
Forget about mom. You are one cell. Inside the sperm also there are some lot of things. See, my background is all into science, so I know how it works. Okay. So the first trigger. So if you are now willing to, so the only answer I think Neha has given a hidden answer. The competition can be owned by action, not by thinking and transformation.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is interrelated. Some people might think, okay, so egg is the hen and chicken kind of a concept. So, but I said, even the chicken has to go to something to get the eggs, man. It's not going to be coming free.
Absolutely.
Right.
Ultimately, Amit, what I feel, the only people who will last will be the ones who follow persistence and discipline in their work. There will people come in, there will be people who will go out, but this will keep on happening every single time. There is intakes of lakhs of people every day in Mumbai who want to become the next Shah Rukh Khan, but then a lot of people fall off the journey because of competition, right? But then there are people who've succeeded after 12 to 15 years. This is where I always say the difference between need and want. If
absolutely,
then that want has to be so big that you make your need, because people move because of needs and not for wants.
I'll just probably add one more factor to it, just to put the spice and the masala on top of this amazing interview which is happening. I'm always trying to do that. So I call that factor is the fear factor. There has to be a fear for anyone to take an action. They will not take an action if there is no fear. You can just relate to it. You need to buy a new pen. Why? Tomorrow you are getting into an examination and today you have to buy a pen. Otherwise tomorrow you have no idea what is going to happen. So there is a fear factor. And all these things are there in the book. I have written a book which got rejected 7 to 8 times. It's called as Unlimited Money Making Machine. I'm telling you, might be in the description down there. You can find the link of the book. You just type my name in Amazon. You'll find that Unlimited Money Making Machine. And I usually do not promote that book. I'm not promoting it still now. But in that book, I have given a formula. When the formula says how exactly any action is done, and there are precursors to that action. You do not do any action just like that. Now, Neha talks about that let's not get transformed, let's not look into these things, which is all fine. I mean, it is her perspective, but also understand any physical. Now I'm talking science. Okay, my other half is science, so I've got multiple coins on my face now. So the science says some energies, whether it is in the form of visual or audible or feeling, these are only 3 energies, or there is a spiritual. These are only 4 energies that can get inside. Okay. They can do some kind of a chemical locha, Munna by MBBS, the chemical locha.
Okay.
Only after that chemical locha, it goes to a threshold level, then you will do the physical locha.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys are into English and you don't know what is this locha, locha is the circus, all the game of stuff which is happening here, all the nonsense. So you get certain instigations and all this, things, that energies which is like build up all your chemicals. Now this is the chemical which will actually give it to a physical thing, and then when you understand all these things are working together, and suddenly you will find your hand getting inside your pocket, taking out the wallet, taking out the card, and giving back to me. Don't believe in it? This is what's the power of marketing and advertising. They're doing it from ages, not now, ages. And nowadays you do everything at your own place. And the funny part, Neha, is right now, most of the groceries are ordered by two beautiful ladies. Do you know that? I know at least one.
Or Alexa.
Amazing. She is the person ordering the groceries of so many people nowadays.
True that.
And I think the Alexa part 2 is Neha right now, where you can ask all your strategic, non-strategic, tricky, naughty, any questions. And I think you need to think on purpose now. Let's put the direction here. So with that, Neha, I would like to probably, divert this fun thing to a little bit of a seriousness, because a lot of people are right now in their house.
Sure.
Okay. And you are an amazing example of those kind of a people, the naughtiest people, where you have learned how to earn money by asking questions or answering questions, right? So guys, do not be offended if your better half or your kids or your neighbors are asking questions. Might be those questions can give you a lot of money. So ask the same questions to her. If she doesn't have in her bank, she's going to put some money to you. I'm sure she'll do it. Right?
Absolutely.
So this is the next thing is, Neha, what would be your advice for those people, who have a lot of questions, but they are scared to ask? I'm sure you have came across this kind of a problem, right? I have a lot of questions. I do not know where to start in, but I'm scared to ask. I don't know how he's going to feel, how the system is going to be, how much money it will be. All this procrastinations builds up before you ask a question.
Yes.
I have question, but over to you. How did you think that this is a great way so that people can ask? It reminds me of the FM channels, which is to play the love and thing at night, after 12 o'clock, there'll be some love guru answering some vital problems of some idiots who have no idea what they want to do in their life. And they want the entire world to hear about their problems. And people make fun of these problems.
Absolutely. They do. I've been.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
So, okay, so it's very simple. That's one of the problems that we encountered right at the beginning, is that in our society, we've been trained to sometimes hold our questions back. ये कोई सवाल है पूछने वाला? चुप कर, पागल, रहने दे. These are the kind of things we've been told a lot of times, and this kind of builds our psychology that what if, and it's more to do with how will the other person think about me. Imagine if you're sitting in a conference room, or maybe you're sitting with your team and your manager just walks into the room and says, wow, we've got a new project at hand and the management wants us to make a fantastic presentation. And that person has asked that one of our team members can actually make the presentation in front of the management. Who wants to take that up? And I'm sitting over there and like, बोलूं? है बोलूंगी तो क्या होगा? प्रेजेंटेशन तो आती है बनानी, पर गंदी बन गई तो ओ शिट जितनी देर में मैं कर रही हूँ किसी ने हाथ ऊपर किया और वो आगे ले गया. What just happened in that moment? It was a moment of possibility which I converted into my pain. And then I think about, यार वो ना मेरे साथ हमेशा ऐसे करती है, मैं बस हाथ उठाने ही वाली थी कि ना उसने हाथ ऊपर उठा दिया. You should understand that we are sabotagers of our own growth. The question that we have at hand is that we feel, what will other person think of me when I do this? This is where the self-worth issue comes in. Because first I have to understand what exactly I feel about myself before I try to mend things of how others think about me. Which is why the solutions that we offer on our platform in such a way is that if you still have inhibitions about yourself, you don't have to disclose it to anybody. Say for example, today, tomorrow, we're working with a senior psychologist and we are coming up with a course which is called as how do you become a better husband to a wife who's just got pregnant, right?
Okay, now, super difficult question.
You've just got into something so new which is called parenting. Now the father does not know कि यार मैं father बनूं कि मैं husband बनूं कि मैं क्या करूं. So मैं किसके पास जाऊं ये सवाल पूछने के लिए? You come to the platform, you get to the answers. There is a person who is certified to work with you in that. You get the solution and you start implementing it in your life.
Right, absolutely. So I think, Neha, one of the good things that you said is, the self-sabotage thing, then about all these opportunities and the possibilities to be, it's a choice that we make, to make profitability out of the possibility or perpetual pain out of that same instance. And someone does the mauke mein chauka kind of, mauka ka chauka kind of, and,
Absolutely.
he does that. And I think some of the biggest Hollywood movies and Bollywood movies has been taken over because someone didn't have the time, or someone was hesitant, someone did something, and some other actors shot into fame because of this. So, guys, if you are locked in right now, I think take Neha's advice very seriously. Either you paddle very hard, take massive actions, and let this massive action resonate faster, better, bigger than all the resistance that you have right now. Because some or the other way today, you take the charge of this time, and you can ask these questions. And probably I'll just ask, Neha, is there are certain questions which we have to ask our own self. That is something which I don't know any book can help us or any kind of things can help us, because should I do or shouldn't I do? That is something that you need to take charge of. That click of a button, that auto suggestion things, I do not know any kind of knowledge or any kind of wisdom can help you in auto suggestion. Neha, what is your take on auto suggestion?
Well, for me, auto suggestions are one thing which can actually make or break your life. Because if your suggestions to your own self are very self-critical and you're always self-bashing, I always believe our behaviors or the actions on which we judge ourselves is an outcome of the self-conversations that we make to our own selves. We talk to ourselves around 70,000 times in a day. So which means, and research says that about 95% of those conversations are always negative. As a person, I do not believe in positive and negative thoughts. I only believe in empowering or disempowering thoughts. So if a thought is enabling you to act and act positively, it is good. But if it is holding you back, you need to take a step back and look at it very objectively, like a fly on the wall, and then see that if it is really helping you in some way or the other or not. That's again something nobody teaches us to do that. It's
Sure.
all supposed to be self-healing for I don't know for what. But then yeah, that's the way I believe auto suggestions are the most important things because they let you to act.
Well, so with that, probably, we have done the best part of our knowledge share, our information share, our entertainment share, and all the fun stuff that we try to do. And what we are also trying to figure out is if this is the good time for you to auto suggest and click the next button, the suggestion is yours. If you want to see the next video, please go ahead. But if you want to just keep on scrolling without doing, that is an action. That is a massive action you are doing. You know who is getting money out of it? The third party vendors by which you are using the platform, they're getting a lot of money.
So
Now, if you want to have this money by yourself, then you have to auto suggest yourself. If you want to help somebody, auto suggest yourself, click the button and share it. That is an auto suggestion. I'm telling you how to suggest. That's an induced influence suggestions. Another thing is, if you need more of such kind of suggestions, I think both me and Neha are open here to help you guys. Write in the comment box down there. You'll have our tags. You can reach out to each one of us, and whatever the best possibilities are there. I have an offer here. The offer is still the lockdown is there. I'm free to be consulted. I'll be definitely replying in less than 24 hours max. And anything comes out, I see all the things. And I'm sure if it is something that you want to touch base with Neha, she's all there. She will be connected over this video as well. And before we say goodbye to you, this is one thing is, I think there is a crazy naughty boy or a girl which always resides in ourselves. This is the only time we can listen to him. No one is asking you to go out in traffic and face pollutions, and there is nothing right now. You are locked in inside. So have the happy thing. Be in the guidance of your own guardian. And now you can ask those kind of crazy questions which you have procrastinated, which you have been scared of. Now you have got all the time. You can write that poem that you wanted to. You can make those stuff that you wanted to. You can, you can discover all the stuff that you wanted to. You want to transform or translate or transcribe, it's up to you. But if it is not getting to the next level, the version 2.0 right now, You are not going to get these 30 holidays in a life, man. I can promise on that. By the way, I have also gotten information that this can go to 2026. Okay. So I am also hoping that this is something the next human touch gonna be, the human communications. People will have a lot of these virtual things, like this kind of stuff. There'll be new communications, new grammar, new subject. And I'm waiting when someone will pop up and say, hey, I'm a coach. I teach you how to do, the Zoom, love on Zoom. I don't know.
People
Zoom
are
love.
getting over Zoom.
Yeah? I don't know. Anything, any kind of virtual things. So with that, let me thank Neha. Neha, it was definitely a pleasure and an honor to have you here. And I'm looking forward when you get the Guinness Book of Records of breaking the 50,000 hours challenge.
Sure.
Wish you all the best. Wish you all the best. And viewers, if you have been here, please write it back. And I want to see, if I'm doing a good job or bad job, at least talk to me. I should understand, what you guys are thinking about me. And I don't charge money right now, but I mean, as Neha taught me, I should be charging money. So I'll send my bank account somewhere down here. Not joking. I'm not joking. I'm serious. I'm going to put in my bank account. Neha, teach me how to put that. Okay. And probably you'll get a link there. You will get you can write the offer is called Neha's Advice, and I'll give you a 50% discount on that. See you later. Bye-bye. Just kidding on that. Okay. With that, I will watch you back, and I'll come with some new stuff, some absolutely, fantastic guests. And I'm doing a lot of struggle to find out the right people who can actually give you the right dose of abundance. With that, stay tuned, stay safe, stay inside, but unlock your true potentials. Bye-bye.